My name's Scott. I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of this dashboard. So on the upper left, let's start there. So headcount flow. You'll see there's effective, attrition impact, and hiring plan ramp up. So what effective is, it's your starting headcount minus your expected attrition plus the ramp up of your hiring plan. So 18.4 FTEs is essentially what you see as 15 is the starting FTEs. Then you see it drops down. So this is your projected attrition over time, plus the ramp up of your hiring plan. So you don't immediately get 100% utilization out of your workers. So there's a ramp up in their capabilities over time. So we tried to incorporate that here. So this is actually 7 people hired in January and they're 50% productive. And you see it goes up to about 75% and then 100% in month 3. Same thing is done for everything after that as well. To the right of that, you see the activities. So this is the list of each thing being done by this team. So 7 FTEs are needed to do HR analytic ad hoc requests, followed by annual sentiment survey, which is actually for 5 months of the year. You see 3 months here and 2 months here. Same thing for everything. So you have the FTEs needed and how it moves along during the course of the year. On the lower left, you have utilization, which is essentially the ratio of the supply, which is the FTEs that you have. So this effective value up here versus the demand. So how many FTEs are you needing to actually do the work for the team? So if it's over this bar, that means you are overutilized, meaning people are working a lot of hours. If it's under, you're slightly underutilized, meaning you're working a little less hours. Down below that, you see the actual numbers that go into that in FTEs. So 18.4 matches the 18.4 at the top. 27 is the 27 FTEs needed to actually do the work in the middle top. Same thing, if it's above, that means you're short. So 27 minus 18 is essentially this delta at the bottom. So you need about 9 FTEs more to do the work that you're supposed to do as prescribed on the upper middle. To the right of that, you see by individual. So right now it's showing by team. Now you can see a little more granular. So data analyst, so blue means you're underutilized, orange means you're overutilized. So you can at a glance see that data analysts are not quite working as much as data architects, for instance. So if I click on data architect, you see everything filters to just that role. And you see they're short about 2 FTEs early and a little less than 1 FTE over the course of the year. So you can see how the addition of that 1 FTE helped mitigate the problem that was seen in the first quarter. Something else you can notice at a glance is IO Psych, for instance, is really burdened early and late. So if I click on that, you can see how the project view comes into play. So you can see we're short about 2 people early and late, and we're fine the rest of the year. And you can see over here, that's really driven by the annual sentiment survey because it's something that happens just 5 months of the year. On the right-hand side, you can see how many FTEs are needed for every single project. So in this case, the ad hoc requests take up about 7 FTEs. You can see how that's split into FTEs by role. And then on the bottom, you can see what the cost is for every role along with the overall project. So it's about $1 million a year to handle ad hoc requests in this example. And it's about the same to handle, for instance, COVID analysis, even though it's half the FTEs, that's largely driven by the higher cost on compensation for epidemiologists and immunologist colleagues. That is it for this video. Thank you, and please let me know if you have any questions.